There, is that better? I think it should be being picked up now. I see it on the OBS. Okay, great. How have you been? How have you been? Let me move this. I just have a bunch of napkins here. Nothing much. Actually slept a bit more today. I was trying to take a... So, I had work last night, and then I, didn't... Like, I came home from work, and I was like, I'm gonna take a nap, and I was like, okay, I want it to be like a 1.5 hour nap, and then it ended up being 4 hours, so I slept a bit more than I wanted to. Hello, Ruben. How are you? We'll just wait for Surplus, because I'm sure he's going to want to be here for it. Naps, yeah, it is. It's a bit much, because I need to sleep when I'm at work. Hello, Surplus. All right, let us begin. Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm just telling Dianea that I slept a bit more than I wanted to, but you know what? We're okay. Like, for napping. I actually took a... I think it was pretty close. Yeah, it was... Actually, no, it was probably not 4 hours. Probably 3 hours, now that I'm thinking about it, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense. The function of the school as an educational facility is very questionable. Our PE class is exceptionally disorganized. The only thing we do together are the warm-ups at the start. The teacher isn't even there after that. But yeah, I was supposed to go to the gym today again, and I didn't go. I haven't gone for a week now. It just feels I have too much to do, and it's like it takes basically 2 hours to go to the gym and everything, and it's like I feel like I don't have enough time right now to do it. All we do is play together. That seems like a fun PE class. You can do twerk routines. Please explain to me how a twerk routine would, help me get fit. I understand it works on cardio, but I don't know how it would help anything else. Thank you. I mean, I guess that is... I have multiple holes, so probably 3 assholes I would be. Why is this the outfit that they wear, by the way? It feels like this shouldn't be the case. Okay, wait, I'm being called on the phone. Just give me a second. Okay, it was a scam call, great. Yeah, I know it's a gym outfit, but like, this is kind of ridiculous. All the little kids were gallivanting about. Well, they certainly are being active. They might be getting plenty of exercise, but...
きっと教育委員会はこの学校を見落としてるんだろうな。
お待たせしましたです。さてご一同様、今日の体育は何をいたしましょう。
おっしゃ。これでいつものメンバー全員集合だな。
I mean, they really don't need, like, the fact that the teacher isn't there, they don't really need to do anything, no? Oh, thank you very much for the subscription, Ruben. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let us continue. Yeah, just, thanks for the tier 1. Got sick of the ad interruptions. Makes sense, makes sense. Mion harumphed and crossed her arms haughtily, surveying the area. We gave down. I mean, it's each to their own. I mean, if you're happy, like, what is it? I guess, as Ruben was saying, they're just sick of the ads. If you are fine sitting through the ads every time, then I don't see there's, no reason to do it.
スポーツの世界においては仲間などいない。すべてがライバル。信じられるのは己の肉体のみ。
なんだそりゃ。漫画の読みすぎだろ。
So yeah. Well, I mean, at least good thing that it gave it to him since it was completely random when you gifted the subs. I quipped without missing a beat.
てわけで、温故知新
Okay, yeah. Okay, I thought they decided what to do, but
古いながらも全ての要素を
then
詰
they're
め込んだ
choosing
屋
now.
外乱戦の王様鬼ごっこでいこ
If I didn't give, it would have just gifted us. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Let's play tag. Wow, that really does sound a lot more. How do you say? A lot more epic than it really was. Like, it sounds the tried and true king of all outdoor melee events. Let's play tag. Like, I mean, I guess it's kind of true, but not the way I would word it. Watch the rest of that one video from last time. Okay. You might have to send the link again, though. When we get to, like, a pause point, I'll do it, Couch.
望むところですわ。
Yeah. I mean, it's from a completely different day. Like, I have no clue where. Everyone knows how to play tag me. I mean, yeah, that's... But it'll probably be a you know, melee... Like... I guess when it says the melee, what was it? A melee? The tried and true king of outdoor melee events. That's not how I would word it.
ノルマナケイチさんは家の一番に鬼ですの。
You missed what Keiichi thought. I don't think there was... Oh, unless this was what Keiichi thought. It was quite the adorable choice to make after playing it up so much. I see. Okay, yeah.
僕だって負けませんです。レナも頑張るもの。
Once we finish this, like, I guess, area by the school here, Couch, we'll watch your video.
なんでお前らそんなにやる気満々なんだ
Hello,
よ。
Bogan.
快速第三条ゲームは絶対に楽しく参加しなければならない
What are we playing? It is a, like, I mean, I guess, yeah, it would be like psychological horror, right? Like, visual novel is what we're doing? It's what is it?
じゃあ
What
これ
it
部活
is?
なのかよ。
Slice of life, yeah, sure. This is your response every time. It's just slice of life. Everyone smirked at each other. It's both. I guess it is both, yes. They all seem pretty confident. And once again, he's gonna drop his I'm a man line. Of course. Physically, I should be able to keep up with any girls my own age. Regardless, Mion and Satoko looked like they were aiming for victory, and Rena was looking at me if pitying my disadvantage.
上等だぜ。
Yeah,
鬼ごっ
yeah.
こ。乗ってやらー
My yell echoed across the school grounds. These were the rules. Anyone who was able to evade being tagged before the bell was a winner. We didn't switch who was it. The ones who were tagged by it also became it. Are you explaining to me what tag is? Oh no, okay, it's just... Oh, okay, I see. I see. Yeah. Why do you... Okay, I don't think you need to go this in detail, so the number of people who are it could increase exponentially. The end game would become a hellish stage.
ここいらではこの遊びのことゾンビ鬼って呼んでるけどね
なるほど。食われたやつがゾンビ化するからな。
This is a classic?
なんでそんな怖いこと言うんだろう。
レナを捕まえたら生きたままお腹を食い破ってやるからな。
やだよ、ケイチくん。そんなの嫌。
Rika-chan placed her hand on Rena's head as she panicked.
大丈夫です。ケイチに食われる前に僕が優しく食べてあげますです。
explained like we're all dumb. I mean, I guess some things are fine. Like, maybe...
リカ、 それは全然慰
Like,
め
the
にな
only
って
thing
ま
I
す
could
よ
think of is tag is a less common thing in Japan, but to me, that doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know. Because this is, like, meant to be a rural area in Japan, and they know tag, so I don't know. Both Mion and I nodded deeply.
最初の鬼、ゾンビはどうやって決める？じゃんけんか？
一応授業時間だからね。問題で決めよう。問題を出すから答えられなかったやつがゾンビ。
I have no idea which grade level they're coming from.
6は英語で。
What? That's just... okay. Mion
だ
repeated
から
it.
答えるの。6は英語で。
6だ。
My phone chargers aren't working? Like, all of them? You sure it's not a problem with your phone, like, port then?
なら靴下は。
ソックスだね。
アルファベットの後ろから3つ目。
X ですよ。
Might be... yeah. That's how I feel. What's the phone that you have again? I forgot what... I remember you said you got a new phone, I think, but I can't remember what it was.
もちろんわかりますわ。それは
If she gets the answer before Keiichi, then this game is completely rigged. Because literally the entire thing is that Keiichi is... like, tutoring them. I see. It's quite a lewd question.
さとこは大人だもんね。
I tried two before this one and they weren't working. Oh, found one that works. Nice. Samsung something something. Yeah, okay. I really have no... I don't know the differences between any of the phones. I just know there are, like, different types. The Samsung and the iPhone. I don't know... I really have no clue what the different types
知ら
are.
ないわけはないよね。
知ってますもの。知ってるもん。
じゃあ言ってごらんよ。あれだよ。あれ。あれは英語で。
はあ、さとこちゃん困ってる。かい
持ち帰るなよ。犯罪だからな。
So you're just not gonna answer? You just prefer to comment on that? And not actually answer the question, Keiichi? If I didn't nip it in the bud, she might have really tried to take her home. Mion's pursuit was relentless, making Satoko stammer.
さあ言ってごらんよ。大声で。あれは英語でなんという。
知ってるもん。知ってるもん。知ってるもん。だからザットですよ。ザット。
What? A previously indicated person, thing, or event? All of us were a bit surprised by Rika-chan's unexpected answer. I see what is certainly what that means. That could... oh, I see. Okay, because they were... Okay, I see. What does that mean? I see. Okay. I wonder what I would have done in Satoko's position. I'd probably get ticked off and just blurt out you-know-what at the top of my lungs. I wouldn't want you as my enemy, Mion Sonozaki. Thank goodness you were born a girl. If you were born a boy, you'd probably be a perverted asshole.
仕方ありませんわね。不詳、この北条さと子がゾンビ役を務めさせてもらいますわ。
Did Keiichi not answer a question?
みんな食い殺してやりますですな。
Seems like she's raring to go.
100数えればいいんですの？
100数えるのはズルするやつがいるからな。俺の問題が解けたら追ってよし。
So you can start chasing after you solve this problem.
ケイイチくん、簡単なのにしてあげてね。
5分の1のケーキと6分の1のケーキと7分の1のケーキを一皿に乗せました。
分母が違いますですの。
There are no common denominators. grab... Okay.
ケーキ1個を60秒で食べられるサトコがそれを全部食べるとお皿にはケーキがいくつ残っている
Can
でしょ
eat
う
one cake? Like, wait, an entire cake in 60 seconds? Like, how big is this cake? Just as I finished giving the word problem, Mion shouted.
よーいドン
On Mion's signal, everyone but Satoko scattered. Satoko could probably eat a whole cake in a minute. That's crazy. Like, because you have to literally just be scarfing that thing down. Like, I would think you can't even enjoy it. Satoko had already lost the moment she started working it out. She's eating it all, so of course there's nothing left on the plate. Everyone dashed off in a direction they thought was best. Knowing the lay of the land, they probably headed right to the best spot. It was obvious I was at a disadvantage. At a time like this, it would have been more effective just to go along with those trained in survival skills. Like Mion, for example. The fact that I didn't realize it at the start of the game probably hurt my chances. Glancing back over the school grounds, I saw Satoko rising up to the start. She was really, really mad. She got tripped up on such a dumb question. I thought she still had to count to 100, though. I stood at one of the corners of the school. I had clear sightlines in two directions, so I would probably have a good response time if any zombies started closing in. For the time being, I caught my breath and focused on what I was trained to think during club activities yesterday. I think calmly, Keishi Maibara. If I was it, what would I do? Increasing my numbers would be the shortcut to victory. Sorry, let me get this. Okay, I think like right here. Sorry, I was just getting this thing up here. Increasing my numbers will be the shortcut to victory. Then go after the weakest player for its obvious pattern of attack, meaning me.
さてケイチさんはどこでございましょう。逃がしませんことよ。
But of course, what would be the best method to track me down? Footprints or smell? Maybe sometime. Is she like an expert hunter, or is Keiichi some type of animal? What type of... How would... Okay, sure. If I could craftily hide my tracks, then there would be no trail for Satoko to follow. But I was no detective. Would I even be able to do that kind of thing in an amateur game like this?
岡村、ケイチさんを見かけなかったでございませんこと。
What the heck? The zombies hunt their prey by asking nicely where they went? Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun pointed to the location where I was hiding. After confirming she was headed in this direction, I abandoned my position. It wasn't easy to hide myself with all those little kids running around as they pleased. Losers, true! If somebody ever asks you where someone is, you never say yes. Or you never say where they are. It was becoming even more obvious that I was at a disadvantage from not being familiar with the surroundings. If that's how it was gonna be, then to confront this intelligence-gathering zombie, I just countered it in a similar vein. I approached some girls playing with the
すま
ball.
んが伝言を頼まれてくれ。北条聡子にご両親が校門に来てるぞってな。
伝言いいよいいよ。
I stopped the girls as they turned to run off.
待て、まだ行くな。あと園崎美音にもだ。先生が校門のところで呼んでるぞって伝えてくれ。
Dude, okay, this is a bit much. Like, I can understand saying like, oh yeah, you know, the seeker, you can tell them to do whatever, but you're now sabotaging one of your contestants. That's a bit much. Or I guess it's not that deep, but it's like the one taggies, I guess. I'm quite the schemer, if I do say so myself. If things went well, then Satoko and Mion would run into each other at the gate. It would put me at a disadvantage if more people were it, but this is Mion we were talking about. I guess you're right, it is win at all costs, that is true. She'd figure out a way to escape, but that was just fine, as long as it bought me more time. Dance for me, Mion and Satoko, in the palm of my hand! Having my fill of playing the con man, I looked for a place to hide. If you think about it logically, I'd only bought myself a scant amount of time. And it might even come back to bite me. Once it became apparent I'd start spreading false information through messengers, I could end up being the recipient of one of these messages. Satoko would probably ask the messengers to help her look for me. That would mean there would be more zombies than participants in the game. The virus that are brought about by my mischief could cause an epidemic. All my classmates would transform into zombies and would be only searching for me. Okay, so if you thought about it this far in advance, why'd you do it? This tactic might backfire horribly. While trembling at the thought of impending dawn of the dead, I began searching for a safe house. I found a shed by the incinerator behind the school. Isn't this the exact place you were standing before? After climbing up on the roof, I held my breath. It wasn't a bad place to hold out. Not only did I have a good line of sight, but if necessary, I could jump off in 3 different directions to escape. It was getting rowdy down there. The lower grades were running around below the shed. Oh, yep. Was there Dawn of the... What was the reference? They kind of went to the gate and then rounded up everyone fast. His dad is at the front gate. That was definitely a lie. The word gate, the same one I'd use, gave a hint of revenge, so Mion was behind this. I was still keeping one step ahead of the game. I felt bad for my underclassmen, but they'd have to search until the school bell. Okay, that's a bit much. Okay, I was gonna say like maybe the fire was gonna be real. I was like, okay, then like the house caught on fire, but no. Then say the jet fell on top of it. Anything goes now. Huh? Who are they talking about? No way I would do that. Ah! Before you just mentioned Dawn of that, I see. This was your doing, Mion! Calm down, Keiichi Maebara. This is Mion's battle tactic to flush me out. Just hold on. My underclassmen thought about it logically. They would know it's all nonsense. The small kids don't think about things logically. To them, all those things were true, so they all chuckled together while looking for me. I win, Mion. It's my victory. Wiping unrelenting tears away, I felt intoxicated by my own victory. Light Yakuza over here. I mean, that's the best. That's the evil laugh. Like, I don't know how else to do it. The cost of beating Mion had too high a price. Oh. Someone passed below. That's Rena and Rika-chan.
Rika-chan wa mada buji kana? Nantoka ganbatte masu desu. Mii-chan mo oni ni nachchatta mitai nano.
Mion? It couldn't be. She became it because of my little strategy. This confirmed that Mion was behind this relentless message war. And this wasn't good.
Mii-chan wa nantoka maita kedo, Satoko-chan wa... Satoko wa dokan no tokoro o sagashite masu kara, koko wa shibaraku wa anzen desu yo.
Upon hearing that, I breathed a sigh of relief. While Rena was slumped on the ground breathing heavily, Rika-chan had started creeping up to her. Rika-chan doesn't normally make noise when she walks, but it's strange. It couldn't be.
Rika-chan? Nani kana? Nani kana? Daijoubu desu yo.
I'd never seen Rika-chan smile so creepily before.
Nande chikayotte kuru no kana? Kuru no kana?
Okay, I might have to go AFK for a bit, and I could put on the video by the time, but I'll still be able to hear it.
リカちゃんはゾンビじゃないもんね。怖くないです。僕が優しく食べてあげますです。嘘だよね。リカちゃんがそんな。
Why did they run this entire way without her tagging? Rena was pressed against the wall and Rika-chan lurched forward with both arms out, just like a zombie. Rena quaked with her back pushed against the wall. It was quite a surreal scene of horror, like one of those zombie breakout videos you'd see. At that moment, Rena's eyes met mine. Oh. Zombie Rika-chan turned 180 degrees, exorcist style, and glared at me.
いた！ケイちゃん見っけ！
Mion popped up from behind the cinder block wall across the garbage dump, also seeing where I was. My position was only advantageous when there was one zombie. Being surrounded was not as good.
ケイチさんを見つけたですって？
Where did they all come from? Also, Surplus, since you watched the anime, like, you know, how is it like going through the chapter 1 here for the first time? Rena, I get... Still, but like, I feel... I can imagine this is a large school grounds, though, right? They said that Satsuko is by the pipes or something. Like, I can't imagine that's... you know, far away. I could tell that Satsuko was rushing my way. See, that Rika-chan had let Rena escape, and now she was baring her fangs in my direction. What is that sound? This gym section wasn't... I see, okay.
降りてこい。
Wait, just wait, okay.
ケイちゃん。
Give me a second. Yeah, give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Is Couch still here, by the way? The anime chapter 1 is shorter than the few things you've experienced from Higurashi so far. Okay.
お前ら怖い！
The three zombies circled the shed, moaning curses.
怖すぎる！
ケイチさんの腹渡はどんな味がするのかしら？ケイチさん。ケイチも僕たちの仲間になってほしいです。
誰か助けてくれ！
Did he say that there were 3 areas for him to jump off? So doesn't he have 1 area to jump off of? I saw Rena apologizing to me from the schoolyard. An apology. Sorry. Leaving me for dead? Rena! I leapt off the roof out of fear, slipping as I landed. Satsuko and Rika jumped on top of me, and after straddling me, they tickled me all over my body.
やめ！
Rena ruthless, yeah.
ってことは、あとはレナか。チャイムまであと何分もないね。
レナ！
Well, he became like transformed into a werewolf or something. What was that sound?
俺を見殺しに！
Feelings of a zombie. I guess he is making a zombie sound. I understand how vengeful ghosts with lingering regrets felt.
かわいそです。でもこれでケイチも仲間ですよ。
It felt like I'd been bitten by a vampire. I was now one of their thralls. It was a strange feeling, being welcomed over to the side that had pursued me.
ゾンビ鬼、なかなか奥深し。
気取ってる場合じゃありませんわ。
This is no time to postulate. Wow, that's a large vocabulary, Satsuko, that you have.
レナさんを捕まえる
校長が廊下を歩いてる。
Principal is walking down the
も
hall.
うすぐチャイムが鳴るよ。
Is that something that happens? To devour Rena, who had been turned into a demon of vengeance, needed to use... I, who had been turned into a demon of vengeance, needed to use any means necessary. Except I wasn't just a zombie. I was a master of the night, a vampire! Using the same trick that had tightened the noose around my own neck, I used my classmates to further my evil designs. I gathered up the lower grades from around the
みん
school
な
grounds.
聞いてくれ。
Look up big words and sound smart. She definitely is.
レナが大変なんだ。今すぐレナを探し出してくれ。
前原さん家にジャンボ機が落っこちたことより大変なの？
Oh yeah, it turned into that, hadn't it? Mion whistled nonchalantly, trying to avoid the blame.
ああ、ジャンボ機なんか目じゃないぞ。
Stop postulating. What if I wish to postulate?
レナン地に墜落したのはなんと小惑星だ。
小惑星ですって？
ああ、宇宙人が作った装置でロシュの限界を解除し、まず1個落としたらしい。まさか俺もそこまでやるとは思わなかった。しかも続いて今度は100個も。地球軍の完全な誤算だ。
The propagandapality of Xeon. Okay. The lower grades were dumbfounded, their eyes like saucers at the grand turn of events.
地球軍って私たち宇宙人と戦争でもしてるんですか？
このままでは地球は壊滅だ。しかしレナの放つ音速のマッハレナパンチなら小惑星を全て迎撃することができる。
I don't have much time today, so depending on when I finish the chapter and stuff, I might have to refund everyone's points for the videos.
そ
Yeah.
う、地球軍のトップエース。それがリュウグウレナなのだ。
The lower grade students all gulped. It seemed I'd made them fully understand that the fight for Earth was lost without Rena.
さあチレ、同志諸君、レナを探し出すのだ。
My comrades in the lower grades let out an enthusiastic cheer and dashed off in various directions around the school grounds. There was still one person who hadn't
でも
gone.
たとえレナさんでも月を押し戻すことなんてできるんでしょうか？
Okay. We have a nerd over here.
心配無用だ。つい先日もレナは地球に激突するはずの水星爆弾を一つ弾き飛ばしている。小惑星の100個や200個くらい音速を超える
This
高
is
速のパンチで
an
一撃だ。
elaborate story this guy's telling.
リュウグウさんってすごいんだ。
Satisfied with that, she also rushed off to look for Rena. It does seem like there's some promising up-and-comers amongst the youngsters.
ケイちゃんの才能をおじさんは改めて知ったよ。
It didn't really feel like she was complimenting me, but whatever.
しかしケイチさんもやるでございますわね。これは頼もしいですわ。
でもこの人数なら勝てる。これだけいれば勝てるよ。
ケイチはゾンビに立候補した方が良かったと思いましたです。
Rika-chan's words stung a bit, but I'll let it slide for now. What makes a good candidate for a good initial zombie? I thought it was random. Not even Rena would be able to escape the entire class. As a result of everyone's thorough search, Rena was finally cornered in the back of the sports equipment shed.
怖いよみんな。ケイチ君まで怖いよ。
It probably was scary being chased around by the entire student body. All the lower grades closed in on Rena, saying she was the only one who could save the
みんな
world.
が何を言ってるのかわかんないよ。レナはパンチで小惑星なんか破壊できないよ。
Not if you will with that attitude, Rena.
さっきはよくも見捨てたな。覚悟はできてるだろうな。
さっきはごめんねケイチ君。だって仕方なかったんだもん。おとなしく食い尽くされるでございますの。みんなで仲良しですよ。
さあレナ、念仏でも唱えな。
Dude, everyone is just at the shed at the exact same time. Rena had stumbled onto a mat, trembling with tears in her eyes. I closed in. Associating this situation with a similar, particularly immoral one made my pulse quicken just a little. Okay, Keiichi. Satoko and Rika-chan were both wiggling their fingers. They probably wanted to tickle Rena. Rena, wanting no part of what she knew was about to happen, went stiff with fear.
ケイチ君はみんなみたいなひどいことしないよね。しないよね。
さあどうかな。
She about to cry?
さて覚悟は決まったかな。
いいよ。ケイチ君なら。
The face she made as she resigned herself to her fate made my heart skip a beat.
ケイチ君はひどいことしないって。
What is it? Like, what is happening here? Ah, body won't move. That has to be some sort of anti-zombie mantra. The second my sense of reason chimed in, the beast inside of me died instantly. He has two wolves inside of him? There was the bell. Game over. Rena pranced around merrily as if a curse had been broken.
あとわずかのところで日光が差し、悪のゾンビ軍団は廃人と帰したか。
Oh, I see. Okay.
ヒロインが生き残るのは映画のお約束だもんな。
何を気取ってるのですの？ケイチさんがもたもたしてるから。
I'm sorry, but you are in the same boat as me. You and Rika as well, okay? You guys were both standing there wiggling your fingers.
お仕置きしますです。
I was subdued by Satoko and Rika-chan once again and sentenced to death by 100 tickles.
許して。
じゃあ生き残ったでしょうは竜宮レナと園崎美音。
あ、
イエーイ。
あれ？みーちゃんゾンビじゃなかったの？
Wait, she actually played us.
ふりしてただけ。敵を騙すには味方からって言うじゃん。
おお、ミオンせんべい。
はいはい、急いで着替えないとね。次の授業に遅れんなよ。
離せサトコ、リカちゃん。いやー。
When did she get turned though? Having had my fill of being terrified to my very core by club activities, I solemnly swore I would have Mion crying for mercy next time. Higurashi when they cry. It really takes a long time to transition between the things. This, I guess, I don't even know. I guess that's the halfway point technically. I'm not sure. All right, after school, we're done. You take a long time to transition. No, not true. All right, it's a very short time actually. After arriving home, I quickly made preparations to head out once again. I had agreed to meet with Rena to dig Colonel Sandals out of that mountain of treasure from before.
母さん、うちに軍手ってあるかな。あとタオル。
表の物置の中になかった？タオルは洗面所ね。
Alright, now I was ready. Looking at me, my mom stared quizzically.
何ケイチ？ すごいいでたちでどこへお出かけ？
If they come to dump illegally again, he'll be buried completely and it'll be impossible to dig him out. If that happens, Rena will undoubtedly go after the Colonel Sanders in front of the fried chicken place in town.
ちょっと発掘に。
A bit of excavating. Oh no, wait. It sometimes just title drops you for no reason. The real chapter end has a different. Yeah, I understand, but it always feels like it's the halfway point, but I don't know.
クラスメートを犯罪者にしないために。
Or I guess it's like maybe just a big area change, because it's like, oh, it was the break in the middle of school, but then it's like now it's after school at home, so I guess maybe that's when it does it.
あまり遅くならないようにね。
Mom returned to the kitchen with the puzzled expression still on her face. Cutting through the woods as a shortcut to the dam site, I ran into someone. Oh, it's this guy again. I'm excavating while postulating. Doesn't seem very effective, though. It was Tomitake-san. Probably taking pictures of wild birds again with that precious camera of his. It couldn't be that all he took pictures of was handsome young men in the twilight.
いやー久しぶり。ケイイチくんだったよね。
Usually it's only one, not chapter and screen title in the middle and one at the end. So yeah, later on it just sends them seemingly at random times. Okay, then I'm not sure then.
どうもその説は。
I expelled the rude imagery from my head and greeted him without inciting anything.
そういえば、彼女は君の知り合いだよね。
He was probably talking about Rena. Guessing by the way Tomitake-san was shaken up.
あれは一体何だったんだい？彼女が不気味のナタを持って歩いてるんだよ。それもニヤニヤと笑いながら。
That was Rena, without a doubt. I expect that she was grinning in anticipation of taking Colonel
身
Sanders
に
home.
危険を察して隠れたけど、警察に電話した方がいいんじゃないかな。
Well, it certainly would be quite the spectacle for a girl of her age to be roaming around with a hatchet. Tomitake-san's reaction was the epitome of logical.
いいんです、いいんです。
Tomitake reminds you of me. How so? In what way? Rena poster comes soon. Nice. What's the reason you got a Rena poster and not like anything Rika related?
ほっといてください。また犠牲者を探して徘徊しているだけですから。
Yeah, I never knew how to say that word. I know what it means. I've seen it a lot, but I've never known how to say it. Because, I mean, it's not like a word I ever say. I remember every time I heard it, though, it always sounds weird. Tomitake-san was alarmed by my crass response. Because both you and Tomitake have no social skills. Well, if he doesn't need social skills because he has his camera, okay? And don't they say a picture has 1,000 words or something like that? The saying? A picture holds 1,000 words. So it's like he's saying 1,000 words when he takes a picture. So he probably has better social skills than most people. Well, it's probably hard for normal people to understand Rena. I'll just toss out a bunch of baloney.
富武さんがここで殺されたら、多分犯人はあいつです。
Why would you say that?
せいぜい嗅ぎ回らないようにすることですね。
With the condescending smirk, I started off in the direction of the dam site where Rena was waiting. That's more, I'm forgetting all my words today. Foreshadowing again. It literally says that, but say elongate later down the line. What can I say? You know, he's like, if it's in the game, it has to be correct. Before I got too far, Tomitake-san abruptly called out to me.
ケイイチ君、それよそ者の僕への警告のつもりかい？
I didn't mean it that seriously. I did try to make it obvious, but
せいぜい気をつけることにするよ。
leaving only those words behind, Tomitake-san turned around and left. I didn't really mean to call him an outsider. I wasn't really implying anything when I said that. I only meant it as a joke, but I felt like I said something bad. I don't remember there being a stream here before. I don't think she said my entire name there. It sounded like she said cake. Cake! That's what I heard. I was waiting for you. Let's try rest of it. I understood what Tomitake-san was trying to say. Somebody gallivanting about while waving a hatchet around certainly would seem dangerous. Also, why is she not in her school uniform? That seems like it would be a way better choice than whatever she's wearing here. This feels like a going out outfit. You can replay the voice line. Yeah, this doesn't feel like good excavating clothes. Like, why would she wear the hat as
ナタ
well?
は鞘とかをかぶせて持ってこい。
Cake! Yeah.
むきみはさすがにまずいだろ。
なくしちゃったみたい
Yeah,
で。
exactly. Yeah, I feel like that she could have done. Like, I guess I understand maybe her PE clothes because maybe she doesn't want to get injured. Like, there's probably a bunch of material that can, like, scratch her. But I still feel that, this is not it. Thinking about it, there is no need to try to keep up appearances. Everyone in Hinamizawa probably already knew about Rena's eccentricities. She's probably the only person who could carry a hatchet around Hinamizawa and not be considered suspicious. That it's not going to do much protection, but it's at least something, you know? It should come later this week. Oh yeah, I didn't, okay, yeah, because Rena looks super cool. I mean, that's fair. But I just thought, you know, you would get one of your favorite character. You know? That's I guess what I was thinking.
まあいっか。今日で決めるぜ。
But I mean, Rena does seem pretty
最後
cool.
の針をぶっ壊せば引きずり出せるはずさ。準備万端。任せとけ。
I took the axe from Rena and made my way up the unstable slope.
待っててね、健太くん。今、ケイチくんが助け出してくれるからね。
よっしゃ下がってな。一気に蹴りをつけてやるぜ。
A solid thwack ran out through Hinamizawa, as if the job was being done by a lumberjack.
どう？うまくいきそう？無理そうだったら無理しなくていいよ。
ここさえ折れればあとはなんとかなる。
The cat boy me is now experiencing the game again.
今日は気力も充実。
You've been using that a lot lately, Surplus.
いける。
Like, have you been saving up to just be spamming it or what? This adversary was more formidable than I expected. First of all, I never used a hatchet before. During a school camping trip, I'd wanted to split the wood, but I lost at rock, paper, scissors and wasn't able to do it. Because the spot where I was standing was so unstable, I soon became tired and decided to take a break. Rena had already spread out a tarp and laid out some tea and sweets.
大丈夫。もう一息。今夜レナが寝るときには健太くんにお休みのキスができるよう
I
に
have
なって
tons
る
of
さ。
points and can't send songs, so okay, I guess that's true. Oh, I guess probably during this I can send, or like we can enable songs unless we don't want to. Like, if we don't want songs enabled for this, then we don't have to. No? Okay.
ありがとう。健太くん。おやすみのキス。
Dude. I can make you say something really embarrassing waiting for the right moment. And it's probably when I will not be expecting it. These sounds are crucial. Okay.
前はどこに住んでたんだよ。
Deep normality. Alright. I asked her nonchalantly while drinking tea. I thought she lived here her entire life.
お、関東の方だよ。ここほどじゃないけど、やっぱり田舎だったかな。
Yeah, I know it was just in the trash, and who knows where it was beforehand. Like, this is the dumping ground. This is where it goes lastly. She probably needs to wash that thing first before kissing it.
なんで引っ越してきたんだよ。ひなみ沢に。ほら、ここって結構田舎だろ？
ケイチ君はなんで引っ越してきたの？お父さんの仕事と関係あるのかな？
うちの親父がアトリエを移したいって言い出したんだよ。こういう山奥がいいって前々から言っててさ。
アトリエ？ケイチ君のお父さんって芸術家さんなの？
風景画ばっかり描いてる。年に2回くらいはどっかで個展を開いてるらしい。
That's cool. When he started, his works were displayed in an industry plaza in Tokyo. Now they're exhibited in the Makuhari Messe. No clue what that is. He's determined to have them displayed in the Waterfront International Exhibition Hall. I have no clue what that is either. When you probably won't want music redeems for most of it. It'll be a while before we can redeem songs. Okay, that's fair. I would want to live in a rural area. I think if it's not too rural, I don't mind living in it, you know? Like, I think here, where it's like you have to get like hours to the city, like it's a bit much. But I don't mind like slightly rural. I need internet. I'm pretty sure even rural areas have internet though. It's not like, you know, I'm pretty sure everywhere has internet now. I think. Like unless you're literally living like in the mountains or like in a log cabin in the woods. But I think most rural areas have internet. I was too embarrassed to tell her that I didn't really know what kind of pictures my father painted. I guess though, Surplus, you did say you got internet kind of recently though, right? Like you only got it a few years ago? So maybe it's not that common then. Maybe it's just me with my city, like living in cities, thinking it's just commonplace. Maybe that's not necessarily the truth. Well, eventually I would. I picked myself up while giving some vague answers. I mean, they do have electronics in Hinamizawa. They do, like, since they play games. I just couldn't imagine living somewhere so far away from the suburbs of the city. I don't think I could either. It seems, like, I think it's a nice vibe, but it feels difficult to get anywhere, you know, or to do anything. You always misremember this. Alright, what am I misremembering then? I was trying to get answers from Rena, but I ended up being the one giving out all the answers. With a bit of a wry smile on my face, I grabbed the handle of the hatchet and headed back to the worksite. Yeah, I feel like the normal thing goes, if somebody asks you a question, and they answer with the question, you're gonna be like, oh, I asked you the question first. I feel like that's usually what happens, because it's like, you know, it's only a fair exchange of information. I only started to go on the internet like the world. Oh, what's the reason you only started then? It's fine for a nice holiday vacation, but living now, yeah, I agree. The air grew colder as the sun slowly set. The Higurashi began their song as if to tell me to stop and head home for the day. Just a bit more. Today, I would end it. When I first started, I chatted with Rena as I worked, but now I didn't have that luxury. No. She did not. He said, like, look, why did you move here? And then she put the question on him, and then he started talking about the art. And then she's like, I want to see the art. And then she keeps asking questions, and then, yeah, she says, it's like, she never answered it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, she just avoided the question.
Damn it!
Like, there has to be some reason for that, I feel. Everything else is miles away, damn. I've swung the hatchet countless times today, just like this. I do remember you said you had neighbors before, because I remember in the past, Like, when you first entered stream, I remember you talking about how your animals would go by your neighbors, or like your neighbors' animals will come by you, or something like that. Shards of wood splintered. The assailants butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. I recall that passage from the tabloid. One hit with something like this would smash someone's head in. Axes and pickaxes are not meant to be swung at people. Ever. With one last swing, the beam cracked apart. How often do you go grocery shopping then, Surplus? The reason I only got Ixious Axe around 5 years ago is because my parents rightfully waited till I was old enough. I see, okay. The arm came off with a sickening sound. It cluttered down noisily, stopping at my feet.
Oh. どうしたの？大丈夫？怪我したの？
ごめん。人形の腕壊しちゃったよ。
なんだ、ケイチくんが怪我をしたんじゃないかって思っちゃった。
Ooh. I probably had a really guilty look on my face. Rena said that without a hint of dismay as she
ガム
smiled.
テープとかでくっつけて、その上に上着を着せるもの。絶対わからないよ。
そっか。じゃあ、引っ張り出そうぜ。
Damn, unfortunate,
そっち
Keiichi.
持ってくれるか。
They still haven't found one of the arms. I laughed dryly at how pathetic I was for considering the arm flopping down and rolling to my feet to be such a bad omen. Both Rena and Mia knew how sickening that incident was, so they pretended like they didn't know. I looked it up all by myself, and shamefully enough, I was scared.
情けないぜ、前原圭一。よっしゃ、レナ一気に行くぞせーの
やったよ、ケイチくん。わーい。
The right time to give 3 cheers. That moment of 2 days' work, bearing fruit. He who was brought to Hinamizawa covered in filth to meet his end. Instead, we were able to welcome him back. You're pretty lucky, Colonel Sanders. Your new master is a pretty decent person.
わー、ケンタくんだ。やっぱかわいいよ。
So is it like, when you do grocery shopping, is it like a big haul every time you guys get? Like, you know, to last 2 weeks? Like, you guys get a... I know my cousins who live... Like, they wouldn't even live that far. But, like, they probably lived an hour from any groceries. They would, like, always get a huge, like, truckload of groceries every time they would go. And then it would last a very long time, and they would kind of repeat that. It didn't matter that he was dirty. Oh, wait. So we didn't rescue him before? So what was she giving that kiss to before? Just the air? She was like mimicking kissing Colonel Sanders? Didn't matter that he was dirty. Rena nuzzled him cheerfully with her cheek. I was dead tired, but seeing Rena's happy face made it all worth.
じゃあ、手伝うか
Okay.
ら持っていこうぜ。暗くなるとまずいだろ
そうだね。ケイチくん、本当にありがとうね。この恩は忘れないね。
う。恩返しは何がいいか、よく考えておくよ。
どんな恩返しだろう。恩返しだろう。
Yeah, we got lots and lots every... Okay. For now, I'll just hold back my evil cackle. We were ready to take it to her house, but we couldn't go like this. We rolled the statue up in the tarp and lifted him. And so Jack and Jill went down the hill carrying a human-sized bag and an unsheathed hatchet. I prayed that we wouldn't run into Tomitake-san. If he saw us here and took a picture, we'll need to get rid of him. LOL. Is that meant to be a warning sign for an outsider like me? Something struck me as odd about the words Tomitake-san. As odd about the... Wait, what? Me as odd about the words Tomitake-san. Oh, unable to grasp my sense of humor had left behind. Okay. Something seems slightly sus here. Oh wait, that's the end of the chapter? Sorry, just wait, I was like, okay. In the transition, I was like gonna go start getting ready for, like, I mean, gonna go start getting ready for work, so I was like started putting on my socks and stuff, but I didn't expect that to be the end of the chapter, though. A lot of such things, yes. A bit more of slice of life compared to the... Like, actually, this was even more slice of life compared to the other two. Chapters. Let's review the new tips. What kind of name is Rena? See, it's a slice of life story. Yeah, it's so true.
レナがいないです。ケイイチは知りませんですか？
あれ、たった今までそこにいたのにな。おいミオン。
Most chapters are about an hour. Yeah, that's what I,
どこ行ったんだ？
you know, that's what I see. It's about an hour. But like, because nothing sus, at least nothing overtly sus happened this chapter. I was thinking like, oh, you know, it's gonna probably go on for longer, but no, it ended right there. Because I was thinking like normally it would end soon, but yeah, I'm not sure. Like the majority of the time was the tag thing actually. What do I think is gonna happen? It's a great question. What do I think is going to happen? What I'm assuming is that maybe he's going to uncover what the girls actually know about the murder. What the girls actually know about the murder of that guy, and we're gonna find out maybe the town, like, not everything is as it seems with the town. I don't think Tomitake is going to show up dead. I feel like he's kind of like the omen bringer of things. But he could very well be, because I remember you guys talking that stuff resets after like, you know, the entire, like, large chapters. So maybe he does end up dying and then he comes back alive later. I don't know. I really have no basis for much. All we know really is the murder happened and that Mion and Rena know more than what is being led on, or what they are leading us on with.
レナ？お手洗いじゃない？覗きたいなら止めないけど、通報するからね。
A lot of this stuff in the game will solve itself for you. Theorizing and thinking is the most fun way to read the story, so you should be theorizing a lot. Yeah, no, I understand, but at the same time, it feels like a lot of, like, nothing has happened for me to theorize, you know? At least from how I see. Like, obviously stuff has happened, but nothing, I get, like, the only thing we got, really, was, Mion and Rena being very dismissive of when we asked them about the murder. That's, like, the only thing I have to go on right now. And then we also have the news clippings. So that's the only thing I can put two and two together with. But, like, it's a very obvious connection. So I have nothing to theorize, I feel. I hadn't heard anything about that.
さとこ、レナを知りませんですか？レナさんですの？さっき廊下ですれ違いましたよ。レナさんは日直だから花壇にお水をやらないといけませんので。
Why does she always have this smirk on her
レナが日
face?
直か。そりゃお疲れ様なことで。
Rena. Upon hearing it repeated, a thought came to mind. It's rude to say this about someone's name, but it's a weird name. It was like some foreigner's name.
レナってどういう名前なんだろうな。
That name sounded Japanese to me, so I don't know what foreigner name he's talking about. Unless, like, no, but it's pronounced Rena, not Reina, so.
レナはあだ名なのです。ちゃん
I
とした
say
名
this
前があります
because
ですよ。
I don't know. I don't see. I guess I mostly keep my. No, I mean I felt I theorized. I'm not someone to go deep into a rabbit hole, but I'll theorize. Mion has the same, but Satoko's smirk is more evil. Mion's smirk is more like, I guess it is similar, but I don't know. It feels like they give different connotations. Okay, no. Mion's is like playful evil. Satoko's is like evil villain evil. Like that's what it feels like. That she's like one of those cartoon villains.
そうなのか？俺はてっきり竜宮レナってのが本名だと思ってたよ。
まあ確かにレナさんとしか呼んでませんから間違えるのも無理はないですわね。
She even signs her name as Rena. It's like her real name in school.
本当の名前はなんて言うんだろうな。レナが戻ってきたら聞いてみるから。
Satoko and Rika-chan looked at each other.
聞かなくてもいいですよ。僕たちが教えてあげますです。お礼の礼に奈良の名。竜宮レイナが本名ですのよ。
It is Reina. Oh, that's funny. That sounds even more foreign.
レイナか。
I'd say take notice of subtle foreshadowing, which you have. Okay. Yeah, I mean, when they do drop the subtle foreshadowing, it always feels like the slightest bit out of place, you know? Like, so it's kind of, you kind of do notice it.
それでレイナじゃなくてレナって読むのか？面白い読み方だよな。
いいえ、違いますです。レイナで正しいのです。
You have to be aware of red herrings too. Yeah.
レナと呼んでほしいって。だからレナさんなのですわ。
ケイちゃん、レナはレナだよ。レーナって呼ぶのは他人だけ。
The characterization. Okay.
そこんとこ分かってるよね。
I understood what Mion was saying. It didn't matter what her real name was, only what names we use between us. Rena Ryugu is Rena. She's nobody other than
思
that.
ったんだけどさ、自己申請すれば俺も今日から
Professional Delphine
あだ名で
hater.
呼ばれるのか。
We know this, Surplus. We've been know this.
面白けりゃね。なんて呼ばれたいわけ？
越後屋。
Con man? Why'd you want to be called that? Rena then came back into the classroom. One of the juniors near the door told Rena people were looking for her.
あれあれ？誰かレナのことを探してたかな？かな？
Oopsie. Would you? I feel like you would not want to be called that. Yeah, it took me some time to think about that. Yeah, I know. I had to think if you wanted to be called that or not. You never know. I had to think about all the angles. Seeing that, both Mion and I sneered.
お代官様、竜宮めがまんまと現れましたぞ。
いちごや、主も悪よな。
What? Oh, okay.
何かなケイチ君とミーちゃんが悪代官だよ。いちご屋だよ。
I mean, you've already called me like Delephant Poopno or something, so it's the same thing.
おのれ竜宮レナの助、ここであったが100年目でおじゃる。いざ覚悟。
スケさん、カクさん、こらしめてやりなさい。
Are these other people in the class?
あやいさですわ。
Wait, what? Suke and Kaku.
報酬はスイス銀行に入れてほしいのです。
Who are these people? Because it's not these guys. Rena's fierce punches exploded just as soon as she's shown her seal. The dumbass rolls off the tongue. Yeah, there are a couple nicknames you could choose. The evil that was Mion and myself was vanquished
レ
in
ナ
the
に
end.
はぜひ世直しの旅に出てもらいたいもんだ。永田町なんかどうだ？
ダメだよ。旅先で買い物ちょろまかすから。
The toll of the bell signaled that break time was over.
ほらほら、ケイチ君もミーちゃんもせ 先生来るよ。
I took Rena's hand and stood up. It was just as the teacher had entered the classroom. Just one more hour. Man, oh man. Got to buckle down for one more. Okay. Sounds good. Save there. And that is a good place to save for now. But I do need to go quickly because I need to leave in time for work. So I will be heading out now. I will be refunding the points when I get a chance to. So if I'm streaming tomorrow and if I'm streaming tomorrow and I've not refunded them, just remind me. Or I guess if you want me to, if you just send the same video again, if that's the case as well. But yeah. Okay. Thank you to everyone who stopped by the stream. I appreciate it, and I'll be back with more Higurashi some other time. Hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, we'll see. Alright, goodbye everyone.